That is me in the first video I ever posted on YouTube. I joined YouTube on February 20th, 2006, and for the first 10 years, basically nobody watched my stuff. In the beginning, I didn't have a super clear direction for my channel, but I shared my short films and some random other videos.
What do you mean the internet has been stolen?
It's all right here on this disc.
I didn't post all the time, but I mean, when I did, I really hoped people would watch. So why do I bring this up? Well, because today I have been asked to make a flipbook to commemorate YouTube turning 20 years old this year and my own time on the platform. So we need to go back to the beginning. Join me now on a historic journey through my channel's analytics. And then I'll make today's flipbook and you will have context. So looking at my channel's analytics during my first year, my view count was... Because prior to April 1st, 2007, YouTube did not consistently track view counts in the same way it does today. So let's jump to year 2, where I averaged around 10 views per day and my subscriber count was... And my third year was worse than the second year, but hey, look, I gained 5 subscribers. My top viewed video in this period was about Orbit gum dissolving in my mouth. I had this like really defective, I don't know, pack of Orbit gum, and when I chewed it up, it just disintegrated into goo. It was really gross. Ugh. Oh. Fourth year, 3,564 views, and you can see my top video during that period is just some footage I took of a snowplow knocking over garbage cans and stuff. Over year 5, I gained 10 more subscribers. Year 6, 16,000 views, 28 more subscribers, and 15 more subscribers in year 7. So from when I started to the end of the 7th year, I had been on YouTube for 7 years at this point, had a grand total of 47,000 views and 64 subscribers. But in the 8th year, something different happened. I had posted a video showing how you can play a record with just a pen and paper and no power, and it started getting a big response, and it was the first time I had a lot of interaction on a video I had made. But there were some comments on that video that made me feel really self-conscious at the time, so I ultimately unlisted it. But I was officially monetized and I made $64. And granted, I wasn't posting all the time. I would kind of post a little thing here and there. Now at the end of year 9, views are back down a bit, 49,000 views over that year, 40 more subscribers. Over the 10th year, I had 13,000 views that year and I gained 1 subscriber and made $5. So over the first 10 years on YouTube, I had 267,000 views, 172 subscribers, and $132. But here's the video that made all the difference, and it's kind of strange how it happened. So this video was posted in 2010. I had been on YouTube for 4 years. Now, obviously, I love flipbooks. I had treasured them from when I was a kid, and this video showed 3 flipbooks that I had made as a kid. And basically, nobody watched it for 6.5 years. Until... out of the blue, you'll notice right here, there's a little spike starting to happen. And you can see it starting to gain some momentum, get some traction, more people are watching, and it just kept going. So after that, I posted another video showing more flipbooks I had made as a kid. That video took off, and as I started posting more and more flipbook videos, sharing tutorials, and my love for stop motion animation, my channel actually started growing. I really feel insanely lucky, and I've been having such a blast with my YouTube channel, getting to do all sorts of crazy things. But it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't posted that one video in 2010, which sat like a dormant seed, but then started growing years later. And then so many of you share your own animations and flipbooks with me. We have a community. We've done Flipbook Fest every year. And right now, we as a community are literally in the middle of converting Lord of the Rings into the world's longest flipbook, which is one of the coolest artistic things I have ever been a part of. And none of that would have happened if it weren't for the very first flipbook I ever made as a kid. My 6th grade self never would have imagined such a thing. And that is what brings me to the flipbook I am making today. How's that for some exposition? See, my life would not be the same without my pencil flipbook, and it would not be the same without YouTube. So in today's flipbook, I am combining those two things. Just like in my first flipbook, I'm going to animate a pencil, but it's going to be drawing the YouTube logo. It's simple, and I think it's the perfect thing to commemorate YouTube turning 20 years old and my own journey on YouTube so far. All right, time to make lots of drawings of pencils. Now, have you ever watched Bob Ross and he's making a painting and then he decides to add one more thing to it?
You know me.
Usually it's a big tree in the foreground and you think, no, don't ruin it. Don't add anything else. But then he does, and then he makes it look good. Well, I'm sort of having a moment like that right now where I want to add a shadow to the pencil, but I'm afraid of ruining the animation that I've made already and that, maybe the shadow won't look very good. But I'm going to go for it anyway, and hopefully I don't ruin what I've already done. Well, I feel like I ruined it a little bit. Not that the shadow looks bad, but it's just darker than I think is ideal, and it's visually just a little distracting. Luckily, Copic makes a marker called the Colorless Blender, and it's very helpful because you can use it to actually kind of fade and lighten up colors. So I went over all the shadows and just knocked them back a little bit with the Colorless Blender. So now the shadow is a bit more subtle, just calls less attention to itself. And that is it for this flipbook. Let's take a look at it.